really feel in the next 5 or 10 years there needs to be more schools, you know, in opposition to them closing schools. You know, I really don't get that, you know, because education is definitely a concern. Maybe the top two concerns would be education and some type of human resource programs for these single parents out here. You know, a lot of the kids in Chicago, they get a bad rap with, you know, the different outlooks and you know, just the portrayal of young black kids in Chicago. But I believe that the kids in Chicago are going through a lot of grown up situations at an early age, and I believe that, you know, the kids in Chicago are especially in the urban communities. They're probably some of the most intelligent kids in this country. You know, they just need an outlet, you know, a venue for that anger and that pent up stress that they feeling. You know, a lot of people they push situations to the side and figure, oh, it'll hash itself out, or, you know, it'll work itself out. But that's not the case. When there's a problem, there should be some type of solution, you know. And tearing schools down, tearing hospitals down, and, you know, trying to figure out who's going to get the big pay, you know, the paycheck. That's not really a good way of resolve. And I feel it's detrimental. It has been detrimental these last 15 or 20 years, because you see what I've noticed, the downfall of, like we were talking earlier, you know, when we were coming up, you know, you had sock hops and skating rinks, and, you know, it was a lot of things for kids to get into. And I actually was talking to some kids maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and I asked them, did they know where the DuSable Museum was? And they said, who is DuSable? You know, and things like that. I heard that Robeson High School is about to get shut down, you know, and that's definitely something detrimental, like I said, not just to the black community, but, you know, America. You know, we need to be at the forefront of recognizing what the problem is, you know, and dealing with it in a fashion where it's a true resolve, you know. And a lot of that has to do with God. You know, a lot of awareness in life comes from, you know, origin, understanding your origin and starting from there. You know, you can't build a house on mud, you know. The foundation has to be something sturdy enough where you can build on it. And I definitely believe that if you teach a kid about their origins and why the world, this system that we live in, is in the motion that it's in. You know, I'm a big history buff, so I believe if you find out what's been going on, it'll help you to understand a little bit more of why things are the way they are now. And like I said, God definitely, you know, that foundation of spirituality, and I don't mean spiritism. I mean, you know, knowing who Adam and Eve was, our first mother and father, and understanding the decision that they made, you know, when they disobeyed God, and what that meant for all of their children, the human family after that, you know, because it was basically a decision of, we don't need God to, you know, determine what's good and bad for us. We can be our own gods. And that's where you get that demonic thought of, I won't build my house, I'll make you build my house, you know. So starting from there, and then education, you know what I'm saying? I definitely believe that's where we need to go, not just as the state of Illinois or the city of Chicago, but as a human family, you know. And that's pretty much my total on it. I truly feel like, and I know this will probably ruffle some people's feathers, but you look in the dictionary, under the Webster's dictionary, under the word kingdom. It's a one-word definition. It's government, you know, and truly, I believe the only kingdom or government that's gonna resolve or fix everything that we're dealing with, death, getting sick, they diagnosing our children with these way out diagnosis of ADD, and they just found out there's no pill you can take to make you pay attention. But I definitely believe that there's only one government again that will fix everything, and that's the kingdom or the government of heaven. And I don't want to sound like I'm preaching or nothing, because I'm not a preacher, but I just look at it how it is. There has to be some type of grasp of right and wrong. A lot of the things that's going on with the children and the politics, and I keep going back and reiterating to the children, because they're the future. They'll be voting in 5 and 10 years, and it'll be the decisions that they make, and they need to know and understand that there's only two sides. You're either right or you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And being wrong isn't anything to play with or joke around with. It's funny. A lot of the parents are steering away from that because it's so much stress going on with them, different situations at home or at work. So a lot of them don't have jobs, So voting today, present day, voting really is kind of a slap in the face, because whoever you're going to put in, and I don't say this to disrespect anybody. I respect all the candidates that's running, but everybody, I believe, the politicians have a hidden agenda, and it's not to say that they don't mean good, but I don't think they mean complete good. Everybody is about the big dollar. If I can get this grant and this money over here, if I can get in this office, then I'll be able to take this money and act like I'm doing this, but I really be pocketing enough where I can be set for the next 5 or 10 years. So the election, it's definitely relevant, but I think it's relevant for a lot of the wrong reasons.
That's good knowledge, man.
I don't think nobody else on that tape can come fast and come harder than that.